He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20. He's going to take it to the house. Mother, Father, I'm home. And I finally did it. I scored a touchdown in an NFL game. My childhood dream has come true. I would like to give you that very same football as a token of my appreciation for all that you sacrificed for me. The hours you spent at practices. The thousands of dollars you spent on private instruction and summer camps. The way you neglected my younger brother in favor of me. Mother? Father? Are you in the wine cellar?
No, his parents were not in the wine cellar. After watching his football career in disappointment for years on end, they decided to withdraw from the modern way of life. So, they sold their house and moved to an Amish community in Pennsylvania where pigskins are actual pigskins, where coaches are horse-drawn carriages, and where children don't leave home to experience a lavish lifestyle that's far different from their upbringing. Unless you count Rumspringa, of course. In the summer of 2015, a new amusement park opened in Minnesota, specifically catering to fantasy football players. Its only downfall? Marketing.
Beer, sports, fun rides. It seemed like a guaranteed recipe for success.
But this amusement park didn't reach its target demographic of football-watching men and women, thanks to a flawed advertising campaign.
Here's the infamous billboard that doomed Fantasyland. Yes, they were trying to reach an adult audience, just not that adult audience. And I guess they wanted people to know it was really fun, but that was another ill-conceived idea.
Passion was a big part of Fantasyland. The owners of the amusement park needed passionate fantasy football players to buy tickets. But that's not what happened. Confused patrons arrived expecting one type of entertainment, but were instead treated to ideas like a Broncos and Colts-themed carousel in the Megatron Gravitron.
Their target audience didn't show up, so eats and drinks such as the Rothless Hamburger, the Aryan Bananas Foster, and the Tony Romo Mojito weren't purchased. Folks just wandered around in their kimonos until they figured out exactly what Fantasyland was, and then they just simply left.
Fantasyland closed after only one summer, but it did manage to leave a lasting impact. Its brief history is taught in Marketing 101 on college campuses across the country. The students are always excited to study it until they find out what it was actually meant to be.
I'm Spike Thorne. Once I learned Russian just to say that I could. Что я мог? That means that I couldn't Russian. And that took me 1 minute to learn. When robots take over, you're gonna know how to stay alive. When you want to make your location known, you'll need to attract rescuers' attention. There are a couple of ways you can do this. On sunny days, you can use the glare created by Tom Brady's 6 Super Bowl rings. Or you can create a smoke signal by burning things like pine leaves or the worst contracts in the NFL.
And the loser has to eat a Granny Smith apple. They're so sour. I meant what I said. Daytime, 100% nude, no parachute. I actually drafted him last round. No worries though, everyone makes mistakes. Pay attention, idiot. I took Austin Hooper 2 rounds ago. You honestly thought he would still be available? Total noob move. You're an embarrassment to your family, uncles, second cousins, all of them. Now go sit in the corner of shame and think about what you did. I'll take David Carr. I know he's not the best QB, but what can I say? I love my Houston Texans. I wouldn't take Deshaun Watson if you paid me. He's inconsistent, he's kind of fragile and unproven. You know what? Just skip me this round. I can't even. Anyone have a draft cheat sheet or a pencil? And you guys said this was fantasy football, right? It isn't basketball. Oh, it's my pick? Let me check my notes on Keenan Allen. Did y'all know that Tom Brady went to Michigan? Did you know that Christian McCaffrey went 8th overall in his draft out of Stanford, where he set the all-time NCAA all-purpose yardage mark, and that his dad was an NFL wide receiver for 13 years, and his 3rd grade teacher was Miss Simmons? Let's make it interesting and everyone put $5 on the line. I'll keep it in a Ziploc bag. Can anybody make change? I only have 10 rubies to deposit into our vault at Fort Knox, so I kind of need 2 Spanish doubloons back. Ooh, cool beans! I get to play Daryl this week. Yes, I beat Daryl. I guess this year I'll be the one sending a passive-aggressive consolatory text. Good game. Well, how do you like that? QB stands for quarterback. Neato. Well, personally, I always get a handcuff for my RB in Dynasty and Keeper Leagues, so I draft him before his ADP if he's a vulture back. I mean, at least that's what I did in my half PPR mocks when I needed an extra flex.